hold on.
Oh, I thought you were going to shame me for being a bigot already.
Welcome to Culture War Vultures. I'm VPS. My name is Rick from Vegas Profile Stories. This is Gangish from Gangish.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, doing the damn thing. And today we're going to talk about...
Well, we're going to talk about Kim Petras. We're going to talk about a trans model named Kim Petras, and we're going to find out how he and or she, depending upon how you look at it, ended up on the front page of Sports Illustrated.
So first off, the picture is on the thumbnail, right?
Mm.
That's a pretty man. I'm just going to say that.
Let's pull the picture up.
From the thumbnail.
Let's pull the picture up real quick. Hold on.
I didn't know that. I figured because that's what we were talking about today. So I was like, oh my goodness.
So this is what we're talking about. This is what's on the cover of Sports Illustrated these days. Clearly, it does look like a woman. But my understanding is it's still got the little, it's still got the package. She's still got her package. So that's why I say and or. I don't know, right? Do you got it? How does that work? If you still got it, is it official? Caitlyn Jenner still got the package.
I thought Caitlyn Jenner.
And so that's the thing is, see, from what I can see, is a whole bunch of them are starting to understand, like whenever we see with Jazz Jennings now, we see the problems and issues that Jazz Jennings is having, that a lot of people are starting to step back and say, maybe it's not a good idea to mutilate myself like this. You know, I can just be gay. And I can dress like a woman and just be gay. Maybe that's a better look and still keep my fully functioning organs.
I mean,
so now let's be fair. Over the last 2 years, Sports Illustrated has had 3 trans models in its pages. This is the first time it's ever shown up on the cover.
Right, which is joining the whole hashtag we stand with you thing, I guess. You know, they keep shoving all of this down our throat. And I mean, at the same time, you can see the picture. Wears the bathing suit pretty good.
Well, they're pushing this idea that it's all in the name of, right? It's all in the name of safety, right? We have to make sure that is the worst thing that you could do is what they see, what the left side of the aisle, the Democrats, call it whatever you want. What they generally see is that the worst thing you can do is harm a human being because humans are what's important in the world. And so since they've established a long time ago, remember whenever we established a long time ago that words hurt? Whenever we moved from sticks and stones may break my bones? But then we established, no, that was wrong. Words hurt. Once they got their foot in the door with words hurt, that's it. Then that's how you end up policing speech 25 years later.
Correct. And here we are. So where you can't openly speak your mind on whether a man is a woman or a woman is a man. Professors can't decide what the definition of a woman is. And they're shoving it down our throat. Look at BudLight. Look at Sports Illustrated.
So they're doing this. It's everywhere. The problem is that whenever you give human beings the freedom to do things, they will always take it to an absurdity. And we should have known this because we've seen the show. Remember, they used to have the show called Taboo. And then you would go find the people who have tattoos all over their body and they look like a leopard, and they got like horns in their head and they shave down their teeth. There's always somebody who is willing to take whatever it is to the point of an absurdity. They're willing to go farther. You've seen the woman with the huge tits and they keep getting more and more. There's always somebody who's willing to go farther. And since drag queenery has always been a thing for forever. I mean, realistically, the hair bands in the 80s all dressed like women. And there's kind of a what you call it has happened. It just kind of is in fashion throughout time. Dressing like a woman has been in fashion throughout time. This is the first time that being feminist, being femme and dressing like a woman, right? Because those dudes were those rockers in the 80s, these were not feminists.
Yeah,
these were hardcore dudes. You know what I
They
mean?
were putting up pro numbers.
Yeah. These were hardcore dudes, but that was the thing at the time, was big hair and fishnet stockings and stuff like this, satanic stuff, right? And throughout time, it has been a thing for men to dress like women. But now, these dudes really are like turning into women. It's like actually affecting their testosterone.
I think this is a relevancy play by Sports Illustrated, really, if you ask me. Because this isn't going to turn out like Bud Light, I don't think. I think that they did this on purpose because, hey, don't forget about Sports Illustrated magazine, guys. You know? And when's the last time anybody talked about that magazine?
I can't remember the last time I saw it.
When Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were on the cover, maybe?
Yeah.
You know? Nobody thinks about that magazine anymore, but now they're going to be talking about it. And they might. This actually might work out better than it did for Bud Light. Because Bud Light, I mean, the people that use both of these products, they're the same kind of people, but at the same time, it's just, I don't see this as hurting Sports Illustrated. I think what it's going to do is it will push the trans community to go buy that magazine at least, you know, and put it up on their wall in their restaurant.
But but what's crazy though is these are mostly the same people who talk all the craziness about objectifying women. But if you dress the guy up and put him up there, that's equality.
Right.
Put him in a G-string, right? Put the guy up there in a G-string, and it's equality.
It's become more acceptable to say nice tits, bro, than it has nice tits, lady.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You go to jail for nice tits, lady, you might just get punched by a trans if you say nice tits, bro. Depending.
Have you seen this one? This one that's like a power lifter? And it's like the first trans woman ever, but it's just like some dude, just some yoked ass dude.
It's like the swimming one. It's like, what is that all about? Like, they should not be letting grown men say that they are women, put implants in their chest, and we're supposed to accept that they are just beating up on our women.
Here, let's go.
Women's rights.
Let's go over here and let's listen to what the Sports Wars has to say. Sports Wars is usually pretty good. Homeboy goes pretty hard. He gives a hard take right away and lets you know exactly what's going on. So here we go.
Sports Illustrated, for I think the second time in history, has decided that they want to trick you. They want to try to put a biological man on the cover of Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit edition, something that I would imagine is predominantly bought by men. Here's Scarlett Johansson. The 2023 Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition cover is a biological man with fake boobs. I really hope men are done with Sports Illustrated. Yeah, this might seem old-fashioned, but I preferred it when Sports Illustrated bikini models didn't have dicks. Now, I believe that Kim Petras underwent gender reassignment surgery at like 18 years old, maybe even less than that, maybe even before this person was 18 years old. If you've ever had an impossible dream, take hope. Sports Illustrated just put an 81-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man on the cover of their swimsuit issue. Anything is possible in Clown World. Reach for the stars. And
let me ask you. I'm gonna throw a wild conspiracy theory. I'm gonna put the tinfoil hat on real quick here, okay? So they say they've got this movement going on, right? These people, they call them like incels. And I'm not even talking about people who just can't get laid. I'm talking about there's young men who are like, yeah, I'm good. Like, this ain't worth it. There's young men who literally say that. They're like, these women ain't worth it. They want too much. I'd rather play video games at the house, right? So they say, the statistic says that something like 30% of young men under 25 are virgins. So that's not a good thing. Having excess young men who aren't getting laid is a good thing. This is a recipe for getting to school. You know what I'm talking about. Pew, pew, pew. At the school. Self-harm. It's a recipe for self-harm. It's a recipe for a lot of bad stuff that you don't want. Having a bunch of young men who can't get laid. So, if we can convince the young men that men are women and women are men and that it's all the same, right? then they can just bang each other. We can just convince them that it's okay to bang each other, and then you take out the frustration.
I think it's a money grab somehow. I think we need to check where the money is flowing when it comes to this entire this entire thing that's going on. When it comes to, trans people. Hey, if you're a person, you deserve to have the same rights as any other person. I personally believe a marriage. I don't care. Whoever you're in love with, you should be able to get married to. That doesn't bother me. Stop shoving it down our throats, though. You know, like, I don't like to see two dudes kissing in front of me.